Hi, this is Corin and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to have my topic is going to be a little more serious one in that it's been a year, last week on October 22nd, since I had a stent put in my heart. And for those of you that may have not seen other videos and are just watching this one for the first time, tune into the link below, which talks about the experience I had a year ago on October 22nd. Of having a stent put in my heart. Anyway, what I want to say first of all is I feel great. I feel a heck of a lot better than I felt pre-stent a year ago. Actually went extremely downhill in how badly I was feeling while my husband and I were at Disney World, supposedly the happiest place on earth, and I felt so lousy, but I was determined to have a good time because it was a food and wine festival and we go every year and we see some bands that we love to see. Last year was Night Ranger, which we catch every year, although they didn't come this year. So it was kind of neat in that not the same weekend we were at Disney World last year, but the weekend before we went this year and went to the Food and Wine Festival, and I couldn't help but think how much better I felt than I'd felt the year before. I just felt great and was able to really enjoy our visit there. So I guess that's first of all, is I feel great. I mean, I know what symptoms to look for, and I knew them before but ignored them. But this time I know that if I ever feel those symptoms that I know are associated with my heart, I will not ignore them and I will get to the doctor as soon as possible. The interesting thing is after I had the stent put in my heart and went for my follow-up appointment at my cardiologist, they usually go over with you lifestyle changes, things you need to do, stop smoking, eat better, exercise, amongst other lifestyle changes. But the crazy thing is I was doing everything right, or as right as I thought I could do. I've never smoked. I work out or exercise almost every day for about 40-45 minutes. I eat extremely healthy. I was at my wit's end that what else could I do so this wouldn't happen again. So I did do some tweaking. I love my carbs and pasta and things like that, but it's always whole wheat. But I cut back on that, where I only treat myself to carbs 2 nights a week. The rest of the time I eat a protein entree like chicken or fish. I don't eat red meat. I can't say I never have, but I haven't in so long that it's almost like never. I eat a fresh spinach or beans or some very healthy vegetable for dinner. And eat a lot of salads and very light dressings. And so I tried to tweak my diet a little bit. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot I could do. One thing I like beer, and I wasn't going to cut it totally out of my life. So during the week, instead of having a dark beer, which is higher in carbs, I went to I'd have my nightly, while I read my paper, Mich Ultra Amber, which is lighter beer, lighter in calories, lighter in carbs. So I cut back that way. It's my one vice. I'm not totally giving it up. And it's not like I drink a 6-pack or anything like that. So anyway, it was that was some of the lifestyle changes I did. I got the bad heart gene, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I just have to do the best I can do. And lastly, I've been on a couple medications, new medications for the past year. Right after my stent was put in, I was put on Plavix, which you have to be on a year. So I've been on it a year, but my physician, or actually cardiologist, recommended I stay on it a little longer. So I'm going to stay on it a while, but I'm getting sick of this Miss Bruise City. I know the Plavix is working, but I'm getting so tired of just having bruises all over my body. I mean, I always was a person that bruised easily. Now, oh my gosh, I just bruise like crazy. I can brush by something barely brush by something and I bruise. But I keep telling myself the Plavix is protecting the stent in my heart. I'm also on a baby aspirin along with the Plavix. That doesn't help the bruising thing, and may continue to stay on a baby aspirin for the rest of my life. I'm not sure. I'm going to ask about that, but it probably wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Secondly, I was on a very low dose statin for cholesterol, even though my cholesterol was fine, but because of the family history, it can never really be too low. And it can't be too low, I guess. So they actually upped my dose of a statin. I started to get some muscle cramping and things from that, so they changed me to another statin, which I can be at a lower dose, so I guess it's a little more, I don't know if it's more potent or more, but anyway, I've been on the statin. My cholesterol numbers are extremely good now. They were good before, but they're even better now, because once you've had an event, you really need to even have your cholesterol numbers lower than they would be if you haven't. And they also added a drug called an ACE inhibitor, lisinopril. And I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on that for the rest of my life. But it protects my heart and my blood pressure and things, which my blood pressure was fine also. But once again, better for it to be as low as possible when you've had an event like I have. And the last thing I want to mention is I've gotten involved with the local Women's Heart group. It's a group obviously aimed at women and with heart disease survivor group, I guess you'd call it. There's a group here that meets once a month, and I started going to those meetings. I actually found out about the meetings from my cardiologist's office, but also from a talk that I went to on women's heart issues and heart disease. And I met another heart disease survivor who is a champion for women's heart and does speaking in the area, and went up to her after I heard her speak and told her that I'd be very passionate, or I am very passionate about sharing what happened to me with other women. I don't have a problem speaking in public or to my iPhone, as you can see. So anyway, I've been involved with Women's Heart. They wanted to try to get me to go to some training to be a champion, but it just wasn't good timing to do it this year. So hopefully, in a year or so, that might be something I could be able to do. And if I can, save just one person, I know this sounds cliche and cheesy, but if I could save one person from going through what I did, and I knew a lot more than the average person about heart disease and symptoms, and I still almost waited till it was too late to do something about my heart problem. So it's so easy just to ignore it. In fact, my cardiologist told me the #1 symptom of heart disease is chest pain, and the second one is denial. So there you go. Anyway, so watch the video below to see my experience when it was very fresh, and I'm just happy to be here a year later and telling you I feel better than ever, and just glad to be here doing a video. So take care, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.